You guys sit down because we're about to tell you the real American horror story that Kim Kardashian doesn't want you to hear about. Imagine you had everything your dream world at the tip of your fingers after your ex-husband tried to move on with a duplicate of you after your long-term crush Tom Brady publicly played you. And after you spent over a few years, sources are saying, giving away secrets to your empire. And imagine a billionaire benefactor that was supposed to be your fairy godfather that was supposed to take you to the next level, steals it, and gives it to your younger, arguably more talented, more popping, and more cultural relevance nemesis. Yeah, you guys sit down because we have to talk about this. But one thing for sure is, I know Kim is somewhere mad. Alright, let's get into this juice. They are saying that Kim is furious and she's trying to figure out a way to maybe sue Jeff Bezos. I know part of me wants, if this is true, wants to see it happen because I want to see one thing that the Kardashian PR machine can't manipulate. Because if there's one person that is not going for the Okie duo baby, it is Lauren Sanchez's husband, Jeff Bezos. But they are saying it is because he played her over a possible ski investment, an investment in her private equity firm. On top of that, they are saying that all this stuff from her saying she got like stem cell surgery in Mexico to debuting that Skims line. It's all to take away from the fact that Jeff Bezos literally played the mess out of her and not in the way you think. Okay, so remember how it was that weird thing? I already talked about this in a different video, but I'll take you through it really quick and then we're gonna get to stuff. Right? So, what happened was Kim went to Jeff Bezos' wedding. Okay, Sydney Sweeney was there. Everybody was in Sydney Sweeney's face. Pete is having a kid. I don't know why that would make Kim mad. Because at the end of the day, I mean, who wants to have a kid with Pete Davidson? Pete Davidson don't even want to have a kid with Pete Davidson. Seriously. Right? Feel sorry for that. Anyway, Pete's having a kid. Kim is up there, at the wedding, and she's throwing herself at Tom Brady. For some reason, she thinks if he likes her at night in their private dinners and he'll like her in public. Kim, stop it. This is getting embarrassed. But the one thing that she said she kept being played over was Sydney Sweeney. Think about it. Sydney Sweeney has everything Kim wants to be. Kim has been trying to be Ari and Barbie. She really has. The only thing is, Kim, you're Armenian. You got 4 kids. And you are a mother of 4 in your 4. Okay, I know you're doing soft corn with Tesla bots trying to show everybody, no, I can be the face of fascist Barbie, but you don't fit the mold. Plus you got Kanye as an ex, and I know Kanye is always making love songs to the mustache one, but you know Kanye's disqualified from being white supremacist too. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. Anyway, Sydney Sweeney, whether she wants to or not, has been crowned the new prince, okay? They say she's younger, she's hotter, her body's real. Regardless of what you think of her face is real, okay? Beauty is subjective. They're saying that she is the real deal. And because she is half Kim's age, she really can't compete. This has Kim in a tizzy, or so you would think. Because the people that did a little bit more research, and again, take these sources for what they're worth, right? They're saying it goes deeper than that. See, here's the thing. Kim has been courting Jeff Bezos for the last 2 or 3 years. Actually, ever since she's with Pete. When Kim started that private equity firm, sources are saying she expected a huge investment from Jeff Bezos. Now, for a while, Jeff, Lauren, and Kim seemed like a throuple. Who knows what was going on, but baby, they seemed unusually close, and it seemed like it was at Jeff's behest. A lot of people thought that they might have been dating. Well, sources are saying the truth is actually a little bit even more odd. See, here's the thing. Kim's a Kardashian to her heart. In my opinion, she would take that in a minute. Kim has done sneakier stuff for less. If Lauren Sanchez's mom really wanted her sitting by his side, oh, she would have cut off all her sisters to sit at a billionaire's side. One thing Kim loves is a surgically enhanced face and body, and she loves some money. Okay? Right? So people said when it gets down to that, Jeff and Kim were cozying up to each other. He was asking her all these questions about Skims, about her business, about what's going on. Around this time, people are saying that she was starting to get tired of Emeka isn't good at what she does. It's because when she is good at what she does, she expects to be taken seriously. She's very good at what she does, but she wants to be acknowledged for it. Good American, she's the face of that. She was getting mad and Emeka, all these accolades for what she did to Skims, 'cause Kim thought that should be hers. But the thing is, anybody with a thinking Mary knows, Kim, shut up. You did not build this business. Of course, it was Emma Gerd Greed, whatever her name is, okay? So Kim was already annoyed that she had to share some of the accolades, okay? So she had cozied up to Jeff Bezos, working him home, doing the little Kardashian hustle. That's when she launched Sky Investment Partners. This is what they said was supposed to be the vehicle, okay? Kim has moved past bags and shoes and cars. She thought by cozying up to Jeff and do with that what you will, he was going to invest a huge sum of money in her private equity firm. As a matter of fact, he was going to invest $1 billion in her private equity firm. She thought, and she was doing 1,000,000 interviews talking about, yeah, it's like jumping to generational wealth. That's what you do. Remember, she was bragging to Kanye about how she had come into some money. And I was like, but what changed? The only thing changed was your access to Jeff Bezos. Okay? Are you guys there? All right. So imagine you're feeling on top of the world. You are like you have an ex-husband, right? You can't stand him. He chased off your last boyfriend that you were in love with. That's Pete Davidson. She did look like she was in love with him, right? Then your ex-husband marries somebody that is a copycat of you. Everybody's clowning you for your fashion, which is what you used to be known for. Seems small, but you know Kim is so into fashion. So imagine like all these things are moving against you, and then somehow you get this weird out-of-the-blue friendship with this billionaire. He's asking you questions about your business. You're giving them all this information because you're like, yo, this is my chance to prove everybody wrong. This is my chance to get the one thing that I've always used men to get. Money. I got the fame, but I'm gonna get that money. I'm gonna get that power, and imagine how much power I can get with $1 billion. Kanye's not even a billionaire anymore, but I can be a billionaire, okay? So that was the stage. So she's giving him all this thing and all this information, and I guess she thought she was doing like the Kardashian hustle. She set up the private equity firm, because this is what, if you take $1 billion and you invest it the right way, it might be 10 billion, 20 billion, 30. Again, Kim was feeling like laugh all you want at my bad outfit choices. I'm building generational wealth, okay? And then something happened. Kim realized everybody is not an idiot like your ex-husband. Again, say what you want about Kanye, but he was a sucker for Kim. He was a fool for love, okay? He did everything, and he let the Kardashians, in my opinion, take advantage of him willingly. But he gave a lot of stuff that I don't think a normal person would have gotten. And I think the Kardashians, including Kim, started to think that was the norm, and they could have that effect on everyone, okay? So what ended up happening? Kim made the fatal mistake. She found out that Jeff Bezos did not become one or the top 3 or whatever. He's up there, richest people in the world. What is he, top 110? It doesn't matter. As long as you're on the list of the richest in the world, you are doing something. You did not let a man so ruthless that built one of the richest empires in the world get to the top without having enough sense not to be conned by the Kardashian hustle. See, here's the thing. The Kardashians in my opinion, treated Jeff Bezos like he was Kanye, someone they could smile with, show the glamorous life, do this, do that, and at the end they would have the keys to his kingdom. They would have the spoils of war. So what ended up happening? Well, Jeff Bezos took that investment that was promised to Kim, that $1 billion, and he invested it in Sydney Sweeney. Ah, that's Sydney, the girl that kept turning up. All right, the girl that kept turning up in everybody's DMs that Kim was interested in, or at least on their to-do list. I don't know if she was in their DMs, okay? And not only did Sydney catch Jeff's imagination, but he also decided to invest that $1 billion that should have been her private equity firm. That $1 billion that should have gone to her. That $1 billion that she had been telling him all the inner workings of Skims, in hopes of pushing Emma Gerd out, and in hopes of reclaiming Skims on her own, buying Imager Ray, and then honestly doing partnerships with Amazon, doing partnership with this, and taking it to another level to build generational wealth that nobody could deny. Well, guess what? He gave that opportunity to Sydney Sweetie. He is investing $1 billion into a Lengher lingerie company. They're gonna take all the Skims secrets and everything they've seen Skims do, and they are gonna back that with the power of Amazon, with the power of every major thing that money can buy, and they are gonna make a dupe copycat skill. And in that, Kim found out that you just don't scam a billionaire like that, that there's more, okay? Because around the time that Kim found out that Bezos wasn't going to invest that $1 billion in her, she was demoted from Sky Capital Partners down to the founder page, which means she is not actively involved. And it means that that private equity firm is dead in the water. The only thing she was able to invest in was Truff Hot Sauce, and that was in her own money. Again, you thought you were gonna scam a billionaire that literally got sued because he times the seconds his drivers take to go to the bathroom. I mean, let's be serious, you guys. Listen, this is the true American horror story, but one Kim does not want you to hear about, because at the end of the day, Kim learned a very costly and embarrassing lesson. Everybody's not Kanye, and everybody will not let you be take advantage of them the way that you took advantage of him. Now again, who knows, did Jeff Bezos play Kim? Was there more to the deal? Maybe Kim didn't win the $1 billion investment, and she gave it to Sydney Sweeney, 'cause Kim has all the money she needs. Wasn't she just named a billionaire? Yeah. Maybe something tells me she wanted that investment. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comment. I'll talk to you guys later.